Welcome back to our Football Manager 2016 game with Manchester City as we chase the quadruple. We've got a big episode today because we're playing the Capital One Cup final, and obviously if we don't win that competition then we won't achieve the quadruple this season, so a lot resting on that match. But it's not just that match that we need to be careful with. We've got a game in hand against Watford first off, which if we win will put us back at the top of the league. And we've also got the game against Lyon, the second leg. We beat them 1-0 away from home, so we've got the advantage going into the home leg. We just need to keep a clean sheet and we'll go through quite easily. We also need to play West Ham at home, and then there's a big game with Arsenal, which will set us up nicely for the first match of next episode at home against league leaders Manchester United. So we're definitely getting to the business end of the season now, and it all starts with a game today against Watford. And this is how we're going to line up today against Watford. We're going to rest a few players with that big match against Spurs next, but it's still a strong enough team to get the 3 points. Watford have fallen off quite a bit from where they started the season. You might remember they were top of the league for a little while, about a third of the way through the season, but they've dropped off. So we've got Sissoko and Sterling playing up front with Icardi, even though Aguero is almost back to full fitness. Kimmich, Pogba and Kondogbia in the middle. Romagnoli out at left back. John Stones at right back. Company and Otamendi in their usual positions in the centre of defence with Joe Hart in goal. So it should be more than enough to beat this Watford team, and then we can focus on that Capital One Cup final at Wembley. Watford have the corner. The ball's put in after Mendy clears it. Now Sissoko can break for us. He's got Raheem Sterling ahead of him. Still holding up for support. Sissoko comes in. Puts it across to Romagnoli. He can put in a good ball from that position. He does. Pogba's in there. 1-0. Paul Pogba there. And that puts us top of the league. In goes the ball from the free kick. Aguero can counter-attack. He's got Raheem Sterling up the field. Now Sissoko. This is similar to how we scored our first goal. Kimmich at the edge of the area. Shot just blocked away. Rain Adelaide now can bring it away for Watford. On to Stanchu. Now Igalo. Plays in the middle for Watford. Mario Suarez on the ball. Given away to Raheem Sterling. Nice switch of play from Aguero. Sissoko trying to beat his defender. He does. He's got players in the middle. Puts it across. Sterling. 2-0. Kimmich to Sissoko. Just looking to run down the clock. Sissoko heads to the corner flag. Players in the middle if he wants them. He does put it into Aguero. Back from injury. Kondogbia. To Sanchez. There is Aguero, and Aguero scores on his return from 6 weeks out injured. He's coming back at just the right time, and it's 3-0 now against Watford. And that is the full-time whistle. A very routine win against a difficult Watford side puts us back at the top of the pile, ready for our cup final at Wembley. So this is it, our first chance at silverware. We have to win this match at Wembley against Tottenham and retain our Capital One Cup title from last season. We've got a full-strength team out in every sense of the word. Moussa Sissoko has been in great form recently. He's in the middle of the park. Kimmich just behind him. But we've got our full defence, our full attack. Paul Pogba in the middle as well. And I think we're going to win this match and get that first piece of silverware to leave just 3 more to go. It's actually the first highlight of the cup final. We have been thoroughly in control, but it's Tottenham on the attack. He's found by Raheem. Oh, and he just scrambles it into the arms of Joe Hart, and we get a lucky escape. Corner from Silva into the dying minutes. Been a very unentertaining cup final, just the one highlight, but here's David Silva to Raheem Sterling. He can get the ball in, and it's a foul from Ben Davies. We've got a penalty in the 92nd minute of the cup final. It's going to be Mauro Icardi to take it. We've just taken Aguero off. Can Mauro Icardi win the cup for us at Wembley in the last minute of added time? He steps up. And it's gone in. Lloris nearly got there. But Icardi's done it the very last second of the cup final. And we've won it. Can you believe it? What a result. It's been so boring throughout this entire cup final. Icardi's going for another. They get the tackling. But it doesn't matter. We've done it. We've actually done it. We're still on for the quadruple. We've won the Capital One Cup for the 2nd year in a row. And I can feel it. The quadruple's coming this season. We're going to do it. I've never achieved a quadruple in Football Manager before, but I feel like we're going to do it this season. Here's how we're lining up following that amazing victory over Tottenham in that Wembley final. Our strongest team yet again. Only the one change. Mauro Icardi starting up front because Aguero is a bit knackered after playing so long in that cup final. But given Icardi scored the winning penalty in the 92nd minute, I think he probably does deserve to start this match. We need to get the good win. We've got the second leg against Lyon in midweek, followed by the FA Cup quarter-final against West Ham the following weekend. So it's a very difficult little period, but I'm not going to rest players. I think we need to keep the morale going, keep the same players on the pitch, and make sure we get the results without risking any silly mistakes. Fabianski kicks the ball out. Otamendi's there, trying to find Pogba. Instead, Swansea come away, but they've given it straight back to us. Now De Bruyne. He's got Zabaleta making a run on his right. Holds up the ball for Zabaleta. He can beat his man if he needs to. Instead, he comes inside. Sissoko with a chance. Out to Bernat to whip the ball in. Beats his man. Finds the ball. Icardi, the ball's just there. And it's put in by David Silva. I don't know what the goalkeeper was doing. He stood still. And David Silva got his 10th goal of the season and 50th league goal for the club. Last minute of the half. We've got the ball. Can we sneak a last minute goal? Instead, we've given it straight to Swansea. But Silva's picked up the loose ball. He's got a man over. It's De Bruyne. He's got Icardi in the middle. De Bruyne looks for Icardi, and Icardi scores. It's 2-0. Mauro Icardi's 11th of the season. He really struggled early on this season, but he's starting to find his form, and we're 2-0 up. Sterling's free kick, and he's got it right into the top corner for 3-0. We haven't scored many free kicks this season. I think that might actually be our first one. But it was definitely a good one, and we're 3-0 up and cruising. Sissoko on the ball, finds Zabaleta. I think this will be full time. There it is, another very good win in the league, especially away from home against a team 7th in the table. So we can be very happy with our performance, looking ahead to that crunch Champions League match. Here is the team for that second leg of the Champions League last 16 match against Lyon. You might notice there's a few players playing out of position. Pogba dropping into defensive midfield with Kimmich at left back. John Stones at right back and Zuma coming in central defence. That is because we've got 3 suspensions in our defence, which means that Bernat, Zabaleta and Otamendi are all missing. I think Romagnoli might be out too, so that could be 4. I don't know how that's happened, but somehow we've ended up in that position, and this match is now quite a bit tougher than I thought it would be, especially as we were looking to keep the clean sheet. So we're going to be relying on our forward players to dig us out of trouble if we do fall behind at any point. So we've got Sergio Aguero on the bench. Florenzi's just coming back from injury, as is Luke Garbett, but it's definitely not our strongest team. So this will be a bit of a challenge, but hopefully we can come through and we'll have some fresh legs ready for the FA Cup at the quarter-final. Lyon with the chance. Pogba clears it out. Now Icardi can break. He's got players ahead of him, but that was a really poor pass, and Dada can play it through to Fekir. Luckily Kimmich is there. Now Lacazette trying to beat the defender. He's got through, and Joe Hart makes a save. Corner from John Stones. Well, it's into Sissoko. Now Stones again. Finds Paul Pogba. Now Renato Sanchez in a good position. Back out to Stones. He can whip the ball in. Pulls it back to Sissoko instead. Sanchez with a shot. De Bruyne! Kevin De Bruyne's there. It's 2-0 on aggregate, and we are definitely making it to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Now, Lyon are coming straight from kickoff here. Jose Font to Mtiti. Sissoko going in for the tackle. Now Company's got it, and De Bruyne's on the ball again. Finds Icardi. Can we make it 2 in quick succession? John Stones on the ball. Just loses possession. Company out to Hart. Now Kurt Zuma. Company again. Sanchez plays it over the top. Icardi's in on goal, and Icardi scores. It's a misery compiler. 2-0 against Lyon, and we are looking very comfortable and can maybe rest some players for that FA Cup match. De Bruyne's free kick into Zuma. Back out to De Bruyne again. Won by Valbuena. But it doesn't matter. We're already through. This has been very comfortable over 2 legs. Not much more I could have asked for. We kept the clean sheet, got the away goal, and won at home without any problem at all. And we will be in that quarter-final draw and in with a chance of winning the European Cup in our second season. Here is the Champions League quarter-final draw. As you can see, some big teams still left in there, but the main one missing is Barcelona, who are knocked out by Tottenham, of all people. Real Madrid only just got through against Arsenal. They required extra time. Cristiano Ronaldo scoring in extra time, but they're still the likes of Bayern, Juventus, and PSG. So we'll be looking for either Gaiserskirchen, Zenit, or Spurs if we can. Probably the former two. But let's start the draw. It's Bayern and Real Madrid. What a quarter-final that will be. PSG and Gaiserskirchen. So we're holding out for Zenit. Now it's Juventus, not Juventus. Oh, they've got Zenit, but it means that we are playing Spurs in the Champions League quarterfinals, and we have to be the favourites there. They weren't the first choice, but probably the third choice. And with Bayern and Madrid playing each other, one of the big guns is going out at the quarterfinal stage. So we're in with a great chance if we can make the semi-finals of going all the way. At least we've got further than last season, but we really need to kick on because I'm feeling very good about our performances so far this season. But that excellent performance against Lyon and our draw against Spurs won't count for anything if we don't beat West Ham in the FA Cup quarterfinals today. We want to book another match at Wembley. And to do it, we've put out a reasonably strong team. Mateo Kovacic finally coming back to the squad after a return from injury. And I think that's just about everybody back from injury. Even Luke Garbutt is back. Although Kondogbia is still out, but only for 5 days. It's just a virus. He'll be back in no time. And for the first time this season, we could be about to have a full-strength squad, which has just not happened. I don't think it's ever happened, actually, in this game. So hopefully we can do well. We've got a very strong team going out there. Sissoko and Sterling replacing De Bruyne and Silva, but you've got De Bruyne, Aguero and Silva all on the bench. Jovetic if we need him. Rulli is starting in goal. I've been forgetting to put him into matches, so he'll start today, get him some match fitness. But I think that we should be able to come through, especially with the form that we're on at the moment. Corner from Sterling into Otamendi. It's been forced out, but back to Otamendi here. Puts it into Icardi. And Icardi makes a glancing header ahead of the goalkeeper for his 13th of the season to put us ahead against West Ham. In from Zabaleta at the throw-in to Kovacic. He finds Sissoko. 2-0. And if we wanted a comfortable passage to Wembley, we're definitely doing it. 2-0 up, and we're surely heading to the semi-finals. West Ham on the attack, though, looking to change our minds. Obiang's in a good position. John Stones tried to win it. Sterling's there, but Sakho's going to take that ball off him. Now Kieran Trippier into De Boer. Well, Muniz De Boer has scored, and it's 2-1, and that hope we had of seeing an easy passage has just been wiped out. It's going to be hard work. West Ham looking to come back us and get that equaliser. Kieran Trippier, they've only had the one shot, and it was the goal they scored. Surely they're not going to do that twice. Pogba can pass it out to Sissoko. He's got options. Icardi made the wrong run there. Bit of poor communication. And Poyet has found De Boer. Stones across. Done very well in the box there. Picks out Sissoko. Pogba. Out to Icardi. He should be in the middle, but he's making a charge for it now. Icardi going all the way. And has scored a stunning individual goal. I thought he'd taken up the wrong position, but he just cut inside and hammered that in from close range. Corner for West Ham. They get the ball across, it's cleared out. Kieran Trippier with another chance. Finds Obiang. Trippier again across to Cresswell. Good save by Rulli, but Cresswell's there. And it's going to be a nervy last couple of minutes now. We were looking so in control of this match. We need to make sure we see it out. Just 15 seconds left. Surely too late for West Ham to get anything. They're still coming. Sakho to Kouyaté. Trippier's taken up a good position, but he's hit that high and wide first time, and we are into the FA Cup semi-final. Still got the hope of winning the quadruple, and we are really on the pace for it at the moment. Another win means I think we've won all 5 so far this episode. Here is the draw for the FA Cup semi-final. I was right about having won the last 5 games. In fact, our record over the last 16 matches is 1-15, lost 1. And that was that very strange game against West Brom where we lost in the last minute. So we are on an unbelievable winning run at the moment. But we've got to see how we do here in this draw. Hopefully we can pull out Southampton or Palace and let Liverpool United dug it out. But let's have a look. Liverpool, oh no. It's us against United, the big rivals. We've got a game against them in just a couple of matches. I think we've got to play Arsenal and then play United. So let's see where that falls in the schedule. Yeah, as you can see, we've got United, Arsenal, then United is difficult enough. And then 3 matches in a row against Spurs, and then United in the FA Cup. What a run that will be. So 2 of those matches will fall in next episode, and then we'll have huge games against Spurs and United heading into the last episode. But first things first, we need to take on Arsenal and round out this episode and hopefully make it the first episode with 6 straight victories. We've never done that. You can see we won quite a lot of games, but that is over 2 episodes. So hopefully today we can actually do that. It's a full strength team going up against Arsenal today. Not taking any chances. If we lose, it's going to be because Arsenal were the better team, not because I made a poor selection. So hopefully this team is good enough to go out there and get the victory. David Silva is on the bench because Moussa Sissoko has been on fine form at the moment. We also promised him first team football, but it's mostly because he's on fine form. So I'm expecting us to get a good win at home against Arsenal, who we drew with at the Emirates right at the beginning of the season. So hopefully we can go a step better and get the 3 points today. Czechs tried to clear that out, but Renato Sanchez has won the header. Now Pogba in a good position. Morata's got the ball though. He's charging at our defence. Can Arsenal seek a goal from nowhere? It's Ramsey on the ball through to Chamberlain. Now Ozil to Sanchez. And they have scored a goal from nowhere. Only their second shot of the match. It's taken them 40 minutes, but they've got the lead. And we really need to be more clinical. This could be West Brom all over again. Still looking to get the equaliser. We've been so much the better team, but we just haven't been able to make it work. But Silva's stolen the ball from a mistake from Benatia. Now De Bruyne! Silva's first shot saved, but it ran to De Bruyne, who slotted it into an empty net with Cech on the ground. And we're back on level terms and able to push for a winner. This is another example of us not being clinical enough. 16 shots, only 4 on target. It means it's a 1-1 draw. I'm glad that we didn't lose, but disappointed we didn't get the win, as is the nature of draws. We should have won that match, though. I think United failed to win as well. They did. They drew. So we top of the league by 2 points, and we have a game in hand. That's the crucial thing. So we could move 5 points clear. We've only got 10 matches left to play. United only have 9. So if we have a look, we are in a great shape to go on and win the league, defend our title. We've also got the Champions League and FA Cup still to play. Very big matches there, but the important thing is we've already got 2 winners things there. So technically this could be the quintuple if we decide to include the Community Shield, which I may as well if we do achieve the quadruple, but I won't include it. It will only count if we win the 4 big tournaments and not the Community Shield. So if we just have a look at our schedule for the next round of matches, we once again failed to win all 6 matches in an episode, but I'll take 5 wins and a draw. Next matches, we've got a big bumper league session starting with Manchester United. If we beat them, we are in a position to move 8 points clear with less than 10 games to go. So it's important we beat them, but we've also got QPR, Everton and Villa, and then we have this big period with 3 matches against Tottenham and 1 more against United. Now, I'm not too worried about the league, so that Tottenham match, I might rest players and see if they burn themselves out by playing 2 matches in a row, because I think that even if Man United do manage to catch us up, we're not going to drop points in these final 5 games. So it's all about if we can beat Spurs in the Champions League, and then we can worry about United in the FA Cup semi-final. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, we'll go up to this match with Spurs at the end of the next episode. But if you've enjoyed this episode, and I think it has been quite an enjoyable one, remember we did win the Capital One Cup final in this episode against Tottenham, and we've got a few more matches with them to come up. So if you've enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more. But until next time, see ya.